Welcome to Face Islam. I want to talk today about a subject that we Muslims everywhere need to be aware of. Something that we've been criticized for, and it's something that even some Muslims get confused about. Hilal. No, I didn't say halal. I'm not talking about the permission in Islam. I'm talking about Hilal. The Hilal is the first sliver of the moon when it appears on the horizon. This is the thing that we use to identify the beginning of the months in the lunar calendar. So, for instance, the month of Ramadan, we want to know when is Ramadan starting. So we're looking out here off the horizon to see. I want to see when I see that little sliver. It kind of looks like your thumbnail. When you cut your thumbnail off that little piece, that's what it looks like. You're only going to see it about 15 minutes, something like that in America. And that is Hilal, that little sliver. Now, why is that a big subject for us today? Well, it turns out that one of the dynasties that ruled the Muslims for many years used that symbol to represent their particular culture or tribal ideas, and that was the time of the Turkish rule. And the idea for this was to let people know from this hilal that they put up, this little moon sliver, this is Islam. So it became known as the symbol for the Ottoman Empire. And everywhere they went, they used it. They would put it on the top of the masjid on a finial cap, boink, or they would put it on top of some of the minarets. In fact, in some places I saw it on top of every minaret. Sometimes they put the symbol on the door, and sometimes they even add a star. So you'd see the hilal and a najm or star together. But does that really represent Islam? And we could look, first of all, to the Christians and find that some of the Christian churches use a cross. There are some, by the way, that don't want to use the cross because they say it doesn't represent the life of Jesus. In any case, that becomes their symbol. There is a candelabra-looking thing that's used for the Jewish, their symbol. It comes out, it has the places to put the candles on it. And it looks like every single religion has to have some kind of a logo or something that represents their religion. And many Muslims today believe that the halal is our symbol, but it isn't, because our Prophet ﷺ never did such a thing. His companions never did such a thing. Their followers also didn't do it. It's not in the Quran anywhere. So it is not a part of Islam. But it is a part of Muslim culture. And it does help us to identify, okay, this symbol over here, most likely I'm going to find a masjid or something over there. If I'm in an airport, for instance, and I see the hilal with a star and an arrow pointing, I'm going to figure that's a place for me to go do salat. And it usually is. But it doesn't mean that we make a connection between this and any kind of ibadah or worship. Because I've had people tell me the reason you guys have that is because you worship the moon. First of all, if that were true, Muslims would not worship the hilal, they would worship the Badr. They would worship the big moon, not this little small one. And another thing is that there's no evidence for this in Islam, but in the Quran, there's clear evidence against it, telling us that we don't worship the moon, we don't worship stars. So the whole thing is just a bogus story coming from folks who want to find something to attack Islam about. But we have to face real Islam. That's your job and my job, to find out what the truth is behind these things. Some of these things are clear, and we need to understand how it applies to us. But some of it is totally off the chart, and this happens to be one that's off the chart. If anybody thought we worship the moon or the new moon or a star or that we've got some little image inside of the Kaaba that represents the moon that we worship, they have totally and grossly misrepresented what Islam is about. And this Hilal, this subject we're talking about, is the symbol for the Ottoman Empire only. And once the Ottoman Empire was gone, some of the Muslims continued to use that same logo, the same effects that go along with that, and that's where we get that. Now, if you want more information on this in details, visit our website. It's called faceislam.com. That's FACEISLAM.com. And then just type in your keyword that you're looking for, and inshallah you'll find out more about this topic. Okay, so until next time, for Face Islam, peace. Assalamu alaikum.